Welcome, true believers, to Badwolf Comics. I'm your host, the Bad Wolf, and today we're going to take a look at the custom Omnibus X-Men: The Lost Years. Welcome back, true believers. It's finally time for another Bad Wolf Comics custom omnibus video. I put up a poll on the Bad Wolf Comics Facebook group so you folks could vote on which one of these awesome custom omnibus you wanted me to overview next. And I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. I definitely thought it would lean more towards the Road to Onslaught. But hey, I wanted to leave it up to what you folks wanted to see, and you all voted for X-Men: The Lost Years. So I'm gonna stop talking about it. Let's dig into this great book. Here's X-Men: The Lost Years custom omnibus. Here's our cover. And here's our spine, which goes beautifully with my X-Men Volume 1 and 2 custom dust jackets, which I'll be showing in a future video. And here's the back with all the everything collected in here. And here's our back. And let's take the dust jacket off here. You see the beautiful work he did on the cover. Looks fantastic. I love it. Now, when I approached my book creator, the goal was to collect everything that was in the Always Darkest Before the Dawn Epic Collection for X-Men, because this was really filling the gap between the X-Men Volume 1 and 2 and the Uncanny X-Men's 1 through 4. This is basically everything that happened, how Beast became blue and furry. So this does collect Amazing Adventures 9 through 17, Marvel Team Up 4, 23, and 28, The Amazing Spider-Man number 92, Incredible Hulk 150, 161, 172, 180, and 181, The Avengers 110 to 111, Captain America 172 to 175, Defenders 5 to 16, Giant Size Fantastic Four, plus the covers to the X-Men 67 to 93 and Annuals 1 and 2. Now, these pages are scans of books that I already have. I actually do have all these books. Now, this is an oversized omnibus. It is the size of a standard omnibus, and it's made by scans from the internet of books that I already have. So what he did is he took scans and he printed them all up, so it is a matte finish. It's just standard paper, which is what makes it so thick, but doing gloss paper was just way too much. It added way too much to the cost, so he decides that he just sticks with this. But it's very readable. It's still a great book, and I have no problems. It doesn't have to be a gloss finish. I would have preferred that, but you know, we take what we can get. But this, like I said, it's really all the filler in between. It shows how, you know, Beast became a furry blue beast. And it really just kind of fills in the gaps in my collection for books that aren't currently made. Hopefully someday Marvel will decide to do something like that, but for now, we have to get the customs. I haven't completely read through this one all the way through yet. I did read the Always Darkest Before the Dawn Epic Collection, but I've just been trying to catch up on some more of my other indie books, and I've been kind of neglecting my Marvel and my DC. I do need to get back to that, but there's just so much to read and so little time. I got to work more than full time to you know, make bills around here, because I'm just a single dad working to support his kids and his grandkids. But this is a glued binding. Take a look here. Doesn't really do an eye real well, but it's a glued binding. But he makes all of these books by hand at home, and I wish I could learn. I mean, I really want to learn how to do this myself, but it's a lot of time and effort. I'm still trying to learn how to make custom dust jackets so I don't have to bother Roy every time. Let's go back here and take a look at any kind of extras here. So here we go. We got some covers for the extras. Extras that he put in the back for me for all that's collected in here. Now, I do have some new omnibus coming. We've got DC versus Marvel. We have DC Marvel crossovers. I have a new Fantastic Four omnibus coming, made up of all the books that collected the new Fantastic Four. And by the new Fantastic Four, I mean Hulk, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man. So that's going to be a great book. I'm really excited to get that. But the really unique book that's coming is my PlayStation omnibus. I decided to have a PlayStation omnibus made up of a lot of the comics that were made after video games, like Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, Legacy of Kain, and that should be coming soon as well. I'm really excited to get that one. That's it for our extras. And here's our back map page. But yeah, if you're into some of this older stuff, man, it's a really great book. And that's our custom omnibus. And that's our overview of X-Men The Lost Years. Now, my book creator, before folks start asking, I can't give out my book creator's information. He was overwhelmed with demand last time, and it really stressed him out and really bit into his time. He's a family man. He's got a full-time career. He doesn't have, he was doing this in his spare time as a passion project, and it really turned into more of a stress fest. And so he really had to take some time off to deal with his health, and that was great. I always say health first. But sadly, he is not taking new commissions from new folks at this time. I was lucky enough to be one of the few that he's going to continue to do projects for. However, even my projects will be limited. I won't be doing them as quite as often or as quite as large. I was getting 5 and 6 books at a time, and I think I'm going to knock it down to 3 or 4, and I might do them once or twice a year. We're not going to do them throughout the year. I want him to be able to have time with his family and not have to stress out over all these books. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this book. Stick around, true believers, because in the coming months, I'll put up a new poll in the Bad Wolf Comics Facebook group asking which one of these custom omnibus you want to see next. With that said, I am the Bad Wolf. This is Bad Wolf Comics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.